This was an incredible episode. Just wow, like this was just this episode very well. It displayed just about everything I freaking love about the series. Like, it was so damn great. This was just this was this was so damn good. I'm swearing a bit, but like this was a really good episode. I don't know what to say. Like, it was very good. Okay, again, let's go with the first off. Let's talk about Zuko and Iroh, because that's the easiest part, or the easier part rather. We got to see Jet again, and I'm not so certain that he has changed, since we already saw him stealing and going against the authorities. So I don't know. I'm very suspicious that he hasn't changed. On the other hand, it's very clear that he has changed. Like, he noticed Zuko and recognized him immediately, but he didn't attack him, because he doesn't consider every Fire Nation soldier an enemy, and he doesn't. I'm hopeful that he has changed, and we already got to see him, like, that he has changed. Like, he doesn't harbor such immense hatred for the Fire Nation anymore, which is very interesting for character development, and it's very cool to see. I'm very happy about that, and we get to see more of Jet in the future, and that will be amazing, because he was amazing previously, and he will be in the future, definitely, most certainly. And we get to see him together with Zuko, the two traitors, or the two bad guys of the series. Well, no, but like the anti-heroes, should I say. I suppose that's actually a very accurate description of them. We get to see them together, and that will be very interesting. So, but that was a simple storyline. But on the other hand, okay, they had just touched on that. I quickly commented on the freaking possible transsexuality thing. It might have been just going against gender stereotypes. That doesn't matter. They didn't even touch on that anymore. So maybe in the future, maybe. I do not honestly care for that much. I could just go play Persona, I suppose. But that's a potential future. But very few. I actually haven't seen any series handle that topic. Well, I have, but like, whatever. But then the main storyline was just plain. Okay, first off, let's talk about Toph in this episode, because first off, we got to see her in the... She definitely remembers who she is, and she knows how to exploit her heritage, should we say. And that was very clever. I very much enjoyed that little scene. It showed that she is definitely not stupid. She is very clever. And then we got to see Toph being like, her earthbending is so incredibly powerful and fast and swift and accurate. It's just so amazing. Toph is so amazing in every aspect, and it's so good. But that gave me the question, like, so far what we have seen from earthbending, it seems like it creates stone out of nothing. I'm pretty certain that it doesn't work in principle like that. It creates earth out of nothing, and like the name implies, it bends. So it gathers the earth from nearby areas and forms it again into a different shape, or just controls earth, or rather solid particles. It'll be interesting to see, but like we saw already sandbending, but we haven't seen Toph sandbending. This was a very, like, the whole nature of bending is an interesting element, since it's very it's kind of a cliche for a series to use magic either as a just basic simple spells or like very elaborate and descriptive and like oh fireball or power word death or heal or something boring like that. While in this series the bending serves more of a utilitarian purpose, like we have seen in this episode. That freaking air bubble that they created and went through the water was so darn cool. That is one of my favorite uses of the water bending, and oh my god, that was so well done. I just don't have the words to describe that. And I don't know, that whole scene, like, or the whole part, that part was so damn good with the sea monster. That was so serpent, I guess. That was just freaking amazing. It very well showed, like, it showed so well how well the freaking bending is just handled in the show. Like, it's not just like a fluff or a cool thing to do. It's an integral part to the story and to the world itself, and it's so well handled. Like, every nation uses their own, like, bending well, for everything, and it's, oh my god, I freaking love how the bending is used in the series. Oh my god, I'm just repeating myself, but it's so cool. Oh man, it's very cool. It's one of my favorite things about the show, really. Yeah. Um, hmm, I want to like go on more longer about the bending, but I'm gonna do a video about it later, so whatever. Then there are a few topics I could talk about, but first off, let's talk about Aang, because that's the characterization of Aang in this episode. Like, this showed very well his development and how he grew as a character and how he grew into himself and how he I can't imagine how hard it could be for like a 12-year-old to handle this much. Well, this much. Like, it's incredible how, well, certainly the development is quick, but for a show of the, like, you cannot make 1 hour episodes. And what they do in 25 minutes is just all more like 20 minutes. It's incredible. Like, I just very much enjoy how Aang was done in this episode, and I just in general enjoy how good of a character Aang is. He's very good. I have literally no complaints about him. He's like, here we got to see him like come to terms with his feelings, and that was like his feelings of anger, hatred, but also compassion, joy, hope, and affection. Like, I don't know if some of the comments have referred to this episode in particular, but this episode also handled the subject of affection. Funny enough, it handled it so well. Like, we got to see both Aang and Sokka handle their problems with being with their feelings, like with their how close they are to their respective lady friends. I don't know, their friends who they have feelings for. Like, we got them both to see how they handled it, like in two different ways, and both are equally understandable, acceptable, and humane, and it was so well done. Like, just the whole aspect of like of relationships and feelings of love in this episode were handled so well. Oh man, it's just great. I kind of teared up in the end because that was such a touching moment. I just hope like Suki doesn't die. That would be horrible, and I don't know how that'd be just horrible. But I expect the worst. So, oh man, and then the whole fact like how when Aang witnessed, well not witnessed, but well witnessed the childbirth, like how that inspired more, that how that reignited his hope for future was just, oh god, I'm tearing up because that's birth is one of the life's few miracles that actually happen frequently, and it was very touching moment to see like how that visibly gave him hope again, and that's just, oh man, that was so great. That was such a good moment. I don't know. I can't say. This was, I will say this was my favorite episode so far. I don't know. I don't rank episodes, but this was definitely one of my favorites, if not my favorite. I don't know. I just, it was so good. Like, in so many aspects, it was good. Okay, I have nothing else to say. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next episode. Ganmu out.